I wasn't planning on doing the stream today, but I saw something that it warmed my heart. So Trump posted on Twitter 6 minutes ago. I informed John Bolton last night, that his services are no longer needed at the White House. I disagreed strongly with many of his suggestions, as did others in the administration. And therefore, I asked John for his resignation, which was given to me this morning. I thank John very much for his service. I will be naming a new national security advisor next week. These may be the first tweets that Trump has ever had that I have thumbed or liked, so hearted or whatever. What a joyous occasion. I've been waiting for Rick to be gotten rid of for a year, and he's finally gone. Oh my god! And then the wonderful irony, right, is because of how quickly this happened. I typed in, yeah, it's. I was saying wow too, Jordan, but I typed on Google Bolton's name because I was trying to see if any major news sources have reported it yet, which apparently they haven't. I'm seeing some stuff on TV at this point. And the first article that came up, again, this is yesterday, so it's not like they had any idea that this would be happening, is Why We Need John Bolton by Rich Lowry of the National Review. Looks like Rich didn't get his wish. His request was denied. Man, that's terrific. That's great. This actually might be the first thing Trump's done that has just had me in a state of glee. Oh my god. Like, what a prick. And then what's funny is he tried to go after Trump from the right and got shafted. Because the whole thing with meeting the Taliban, you're going to see all these little stupid pundits in the MSNBC going, how could Trump do that? Why would he think it's a good idea to meet with terrorists at Camp David? Look, all these people are called a different term by some different international body. So the point is, it's generally considered a left-wing thing to meet with adversarial regions. That's why the North Korea summit last year, I was in favor of. The one earlier this year, I was in favor of. The point is, Bolton was like, well, the Taliban are they're Afghanistan people, so they can't exactly be met on U.S. soil. And Trump said, "Out of here, go, toss ho, get out, bye." Oh, that prick was thrown out. Oh, he had no idea. God, I kept trying to explain to people, it's like this guy supported every single war, so of course he's going to try to egg on Trump to be pissed off over meeting with people that he's trying to end a conflict with. Let's see, Kevin, he's typing some stuff, but the point is that you can go through every single conflict, and then what's even crazier is this isn't even the first time Bolton tried to screw over some international meeting. Because remember, in prior to and Secular talked to the video about this, he tried to blow up the first North Korea meeting. He was going around talking about using the Libya model on TV. It's like, what kind of fool who actually wants peace is going to go on TV and say, as his country is trying to have a peace summit with the leader of another region, well, we might think of killing the leader and replacing him with the like, who's stupid enough to do that? Yeah, Bolton is, because he doesn't want peace. Oh, he should have been fired last year. I'm glad it happened. Let's see. New Mirage says Bolton is a war hawk. He has wanted more war for decades. Yeah, I think he's one of 5 people in the U.S. who still thinks going to Iraq wasn't a mistake. It's like, look, Ho, I know you're trying to defend your wonderful George W. because you want the world to forget about him or remember him in some fond way, but he was crappy on domestic and foreign issues. That's literally the longest war ever. It's been going on for over 18 years, and you're like, yeah, let's stay there. Yeah. Your brain doesn't work. We need to donate him a money. We need to start a GoFundMe for Bolton's intellect to be increased via everyone slicing off a piece of their brain and giving it to him. Too bad we can't get the same thing with Pompeo. But you know what? With him, I'm not even mad because he actually supported having the meeting with the Taliban. I object in no way to meeting with any person the U.S. has an adversarial relationship with. That's why, and that's why you're going to keep seeing these pundits and a lot of these neoliberal Democrats talk about Tulsi's a bad person because she met with Assad and Assad is gassing his own people. Even though why would he do that? I don't know, but they're going to keep playing that game. What's up, Ruben? I've been missing you in the last couple of streams. I was like, where did he go? Oh, thank you, Mirage. I appreciate that. You're one of like 3 people to ever give a super chat. So you're part of a little small distinct coalition. I don't even know how the hell he expected to sit around and still actually have a job while opposing one of the hallmarks of Trump's current, I guess, policy toward Afghanistan. Because he hasn't, if I remember correctly, given any kind of speech or address on Afghanistan in like 2 years, and he's like, I'm thinking of possibly ending this war. Let me meet with the Taliban. He's like, no, that's a bad idea. Go away. Buzz off. Kick rocks. Go back to being on Fox News and talking stupid for 6 minutes a week and getting paid for that. Let's see. Eric says we don't negotiate with terrorists. Yeah, even though we arm the Saudis as they bomb the hell out of Yemen for no reason, or rather because they're crybabies and butthurt that their little stupid friendly government got thrown to pieces by the people for being a garbage. What is this? I want to say if it's Patrick's or Patricia. Yeah, Patrick's. No kind of if you've seen any of my content, there there is no love for Obama over here. The only 3 things he gets credit for here is the Iran deal, which was a masterpiece. Don't let any of these idiots tell you any otherwise. Restoring relations with Cuba and a slightly better healthcare system, which already was kind of like milquetoast. But those 2 things, Iran nuclear deal and restoring relations with Cuba, only things I'll give him credit for. Everything else you could ball it up, throw it in the trash. So there ain't no we don't have no love for somebody just because they have a DR and R next to their name. Let's not have any misconceptions. Bolton at one point was thinking of running for president, and I remember I had this one person was like, I wonder why he didn't do it. I was like, do you remember the Afghanistan war has a 13% approval rating? Like, who the hell is stupid enough to run on intervention for as unpopular as it is, as we're bombing 7 different countries? That's why he didn't run. He knew he didn't have a chance. Because his main issue is his main position is hated by everybody that isn't part of the military-industrial complex. Let's see. Nan says Obama was bombing 9 countries when he left office. Well, you'll have to tell me what the other 2 were. I like if I go off my memory, it's Iraq, Afghanistan, Syria, Yemen, Somalia, Pakistan, and Libya. So you can inform me what the other 2 were. I know we have a shadow campaign in Nicaragua, so maybe if you're counting that, you can inform me. We're not like other places. We'll be corrected if people can show evidence of something. Frank says when Obama was in office, 8%. When he left office, now it's 6%, and Trump takes all the credit. Yeah, look, the economic stuff, the biggest problem with discussing it is whenever you try to like cite a number, somebody that likes Trump will say that's because of Obama, then somebody that likes Obama will say it's because of I'm done. I'll just read you a statistic. We'll look at the year it's happened, and you can determine whatever you want from it. B still says Bolton. Oh well, I'm not gonna go that far. B still, you're on a whole other level. Like that's why I always hate it when liberals you have stupid. I don't know if they're left leaning or not. People that will write that they want Trump to have something happen to him while he's in office. I'm like, you guys are so dumb that you don't know if he got taken out, we would just get Pence and have the exact same policies. It's like you would go to jail for nothing, basically, other than getting rid of some tweets. I don't mind the tweets. When I saw this one today, I smiled. I jumped for joy. It was like we were playing some confetti in the background, throwing that around. Let's see. Ruben says, you just wait until Obama's Netflix special finally airs. Yeah, they're going to be like, The Wonderful. president that guided the nation for 8 years. Like, man, give me a break. Every one of his national security advisors was garbage too. I don't know what it is about that job. They get all the warmongers just congregate. Panetta, Hagel, all those pricks, man. They're ugh. Same thing with the Treasury Secretary. All the bankers. Like whenever it's just these weird positions where it's always some crappy person in them. Oh yeah, Ruben, it's a cult. I mean, like I said, I can name more accomplishments of his than his own supporters. A lot of his supporters, if they know about the Iran deal, they'll know about Cuba. So that's usually how it goes. The person who they say hates him for no reason can name more things they like than the people who like him. Because all they ever say, Obamacare, Obamacare. They don't even call it the ACA. If you said Affordable Care Act, they wouldn't even know what the hell that is because they're so used to that nickname. It's like, damn, just do a quick Google search. The term's right there. Oh my God. He he really was like, I'm gonna oppose the president's peace plan, and I'll be able to keep my job because I have plot armor in real life. No, you don't. I keep picturing how that meeting goes. He's like, I don't think we should meet with terrorists. Well, I don't think you should be my national security advisor anymore. I'd like your resignation letter. I'm sorry. I'd like your resignation letter. Oh my God. I don't even think I read it what everyone wrote. It was scrolling so fast. Let's see. Mm-mm. Oh, I think I did read every. If you wrote some, I didn't read it. You can let me know because I was trying to be attentive to the chat since I'm such a, a caring, charismatic character. Bolton Pepe laugh. Bolton got yanked. His job got Thanos. Hey, I want to do like a cartoon version of this where like I recreate that meeting and I have Trump wear the Infinity Gauntlet and then he snaps his fingers and Bolton's whole office just disappears. Oh my God. And they're saying on Twitter right now, oh, the new national security advisor, whoever it is probably going to be just as bad. I don't care because if they're stupid enough to see. The thing about this is you don't have to worry about the quality of these people because if they're stupid enough to go up to Trump like Bolton was and go, I don't think it's a good idea to try to have peace with somewhere that warring with for almost 20 years has had no productivity with whatsoever, they're going to get fired too. Ruben says, what was McMaster like? Good question. I don't even remember him doing anything. He was just there. I'll take him. Hey, at least he didn't try to blow up a historic peace summit for no damn reason. Talking about the Libya model. We're gonna apply the Libya model to your employment in the White House. You're gonna wake up one day and somebody else is gonna be in your position. I want to send Bolton a tweet, be like, "You got Libya." Okay, all at each other's throat. One had to go. Yeah, and I'm glad it was Bolton. Like Pompeo, look, his whole thing is whatever Trump's position is, he will side with it. And you could say to yourself, "Oh, well, I like someone who's integral." Man, look, as long as Trump has a peace pursuit with whatever one of these respective countries, I don't care. He can be a parrot all he wants for Trump. It doesn't matter. Let's see. Be still says Pompeo laughs Trump's ball. Just like, yeah, he's trying to stick around because he knows he can't run for Senate in Kansas without getting smashed by one of the other Republicans over there. Let's see. Leftists surround themselves with spirit. Wait, what? Why do always make their insults sexual? I mean, that was what Be Still wrote with. Okay. I gave multiple policy critiques of Bolton. That he got I don't know if you were here at the start of it, but he was getting repeatedly critiqued for his positions on respective conflicts. Let's see. Ruben says people in comment section arguing with each other. Oh, they do that every day, man. You do one day, Ruben. We should have like a stream where I just go on random people's random like major viewed YouTube videos of different news stuff. You will see people arguing over the dumbest things. I remember looking at this one senator's interview on Fox, and they were up there talking about she's wearing a wig, and this man was like, "No, she's not." He's like, "Yes, she is. You can see it peeking off on the side." Like, what does this have to do with policy? Tournament of trolls. Hey, it's gonna be like the tournament of power where it's a battle royale. They're all lunging at each other. 40 minutes is really like what up to 3 months because the time is said to be different from what it actually is in real life. Called him. It is a signal to the MB that their time is up. Wake up. God wins. No, Bolton's Christian too, if I remember correctly. He's not an atheist. That's the thing. Like they go God wins, but we've been all these different people are religious, so I don't know who's winning over who. Let's see. When do you think Mike will quit or get? I don't think he will. Like he's lasted longer than most people. I think he's genuinely in a position of sticking around until the very end of this. B still says Bolton is as Christian as David Duke. Well, I'm not going to go that far because I don't see any explicit references to him being racist, but whatever. B still says Mike sold his soul to Trump. Well, yeah, he's doing the parrot thing. All the different advisors for most of these presidential candidates or presidents or whoever usually just parrot the position of the president. That's the same thing that the press secretary does. They just repeat stuff that the president wants them to say. Let's see, the Bush New World Order. Hell, those pricks keep on sticking around. Trump said he was tough and bad, that he could describe Trump's stakes. Okay, Namaraj gave me the list of countries, so everybody has to be quiet. Pakistan, Somalia, Libya, Iraq, Syria, Afghanistan, Yemen. CIA drone program operated in Chad, Nigeria. Oh, okay, so the ones I listed were correct. I should give myself a pat on the back for my accuracy. Hey, forget fake news. You got some legitimate reporting there. Globalism has failed. I don't even know what that is because, like, is that related to the trade, to NAFTA and the USMCA? Those definitely failed. But this whole thing of trying to screw with countries that have done nothing to you, that's been proven to be a complete waste of time and money because we spent over $1 trillion in Iraq. And then whenever they want to do a domestic program, are you going to pay for it? Are you going to pay for it? Are you going to pay for it? Well, Iran is going to be less stressed about the maniac. Yeah, because he's gone. His influence is over. It is finished. He's done like dinner. He got served. One of these restaurants needs to have a Bolton dish, and then it's gonna have the same kind of mustache, like some kind of food product, like whipped cream shaped like his mustache on like an omelet or something. Let's see. B still says Bolton was trying to kill somebody before he went. I mean, yeah, he was trying to get one of the. There's like a whole article on this one website about how Bolton wanted to give Trump his own wars, like with Iraq and Iran, Venezuela, and North Korea. And Trump didn't really want to screw with North Korea. And that's like one of the kind of like, that's why I was so shocked it took him this long to get yanked. No, I'm so ignorant. I have no idea. You can post the thesaurus definition. It's another one of those words like socialism where people just have their own definition of it. Some people say globalism to refer to the multiple non-defensive wars that we're involved with. Some people say it to refer to the trade deals. So that's all over the place. Conservative are clogging America's toilets. Time to flush. Don't be a Trump. I don't even know what that is. Oh, Ruben, you gave him a thumbs up with that sub. Let's see, Bolton was fired is a huge white pill. I'm so glad I don't have to hear his warmongering for 5 more years. Yeah, that was the thing that freaked me out because I was thinking if he's like purposely not going against Trump, we could really sit an idiot for another half a decade if Trump got reelected or gets reelected. So I'm glad one way or the other, no more. At worst, he'll be on Fox News again, giving his talking point positions once more. Jesus Christ. I didn't even know Mirage had his own channel. Let me go look. Give it a click. Well, I'll do it when the stream is over because they for some reason they have it set up to where you can't even look over there. LOL. John, call me warmonger is gone. Yeah, he's finished. He's tossed out. Somebody needs to make like one of those meme type pictures where it's Trump standing by a trash can and you can see Bolton's top like peering out. And then they should like have a way to Photoshop him holding some papers of all the other people that he could replace him with for national security advisor. Man, he got yanked. Ah! Let's see. Is short in destruction of national sovereignty by corporations and elite. Oh, you mean like Citizens United and all of the I think I get what you're saying at this point. But like I said, the reason I respond the way I did is because it's another one of those terms I've seen people use for alternate meanings. Just another Trump turd. Well, this is one of the bigger, more significant ones. Like if we got into a war with Afghanistan, not Afghanistan, with well, if we stayed over there for the rest of Trump's tenure, or if we got into a war with North Korea or Iran or Venezuela, it would have been tied right back to him. And that's why it was crazy. It's like this guy's literally the main person pushing for these never-ending conflicts in these 3 particular regions, and nobody's talking about it. Should have never hired him in the first place. Leave the warmongering to Dems who are working to shaft anti-war Tulsi Gabbard by the shifting amount of polls halfway through the game. Oh yeah, well, Kip, on here, I've ardently defended her right to be on the debate stage and mentioned before that their whole thing is they're trying to keep out the one anti-war candidate that has made that their central focus. Having 20 something polls where she's at 2% or higher and then saying that only a few of them count. Like that's shady stuff. But that's why the DNC is like this, and they're probably not going to win the election. Most of the candidates they've got, so it's all good. The clapback is coming. Oh God, I don't want to think about his replacement. Well, look, here's like I said, the silver lining is he probably, whoever the person is, will have to never say anything that opposes Trump ever, or else risk getting terminated too. And in this case, it's a good thing because if it's a peace plan, I don't want you arguing against that. If John says a few more weeks, if John stays a few more weeks, Trump would have gone to war with, what's that? NOA? I don't know what that is. Some new country. You can elaborate on the detail what it actually means. I would love to know. B. Stowe says the United States politics is political theater. It is a horse and pony show. Oh yeah, it's all a bunch of imagery. But I really liked the imagery of reading that tweet of Bolton getting yanked. It's like this is the best news all week. Let's see, North Korea. It's English initials for D. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's got. I told you. I think I mentioned before, Ruben, that the text is a little smaller on here than what the bigger screen. No other president has had so many criminals working for them. I really don't know if that's true. I mean, like, there's been kind of a thing ever since the Reagan era to just have a bunch of crooks sitting up in one position or another. Like Panetta should have never been able to be defense secretary under Obama. He should have been under a prison cell somewhere, under the penitentiary. Jesse Ventura says U.S. politics is like pro wrestling. Oh, it is because it should be about issues and if you're running for anything, espousing those positions, and it's a popularity contest in a lot of cases. That's why the media purposely will keep certain people off of the news slots because they don't want them to get coverage. Still no evidence Trump committed any crime. I mean, like I said, I think Russiagate is a media circus show they just used to get ratings. So yeah, and I don't know if you've ever been on here before, Patrick, but this isn't the I hate Trump show, so we don't we don't go after him on all kind of stuff that doesn't have any legs. Do you do these streams often? I love what you have to say. I do one every Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, usually. So you can, if you hit notifications, you can these streams would magically appear as they're happening. Let's see. NOAA stands for National Oceanic and Atmosphere. Yeah, I had a feeling that wasn't the country's initials. Well, I'd appreciate if you decided to show up. It would make my day. Hey, Patrick's not going to show up. He wants one of those I love Trump channels where they be sitting over there with the picture of Trump in the background, about to start praying and having a seance. They go, we're not right wing enough for his taste. Dude, some of the stuff you see on these channels, like, holy hell. And I guess with me, I've never felt bad about critiquing pretty much any politician, even ones I voted for. So it's so weird when you see people that, like, I mean, they genuinely abstain from ever critiquing Trump. Like, even in being happy about this, I would still say hiring Bolton was a mistake. It was ridiculous to even think he was competent to begin with. And like his supporters would get mad at me for saying that. It's like, hey, you could still like him. Just admit he did one thing you didn't like. Are we leaving Afghanistan or is it all talk? I heard, if I remember correctly, the Taliban meeting was canceled because of the optics or whatever. Ruben says, what will be John Bolton's new job now? He's going to go back to Fox probably and pedal on the war machine, except now have less viewers, which is lovely. Like I said, all those, when he thought of running for president, he realized really quickly, I have no snowball's chance in hell, because nobody wants to vote for some mustache twirling prick that was in favor of every single war the U.S. has been involved with in his lifetime, with the exception of the one that he nearly had to serve in Vietnam. What a coincidence. Oh, thank you, Duel. I appreciate it. Yeah, that candy corn looked atrocious. If anyone saw the malpractice vid, that big white one stuck right dead center in the middle of the thing. Like, what kind of sick deformities at the factory they have to even make something look that way? Nan says he will get a job with Bibi as his national security advisor. Yeah, I just realized that actually isn't impossible because I don't know much about Israel's laws, but I think as far as their elected officials are concerned, outside of the head of state, just like over here, you can have any position you want. You can't ever become president because you weren't born there, or head of state, so prime minister over there. And he loves Israel. He was AIPAC's favorite. He was their golden child. What will a Tucker Carlson interview with Bolton look like? Ruben, I'm so glad you said that. You know what? I got a video. I'm gonna link it. This is it's another Secular Talk video. They already did an interview together and it was perfect. I mean, you have the part where at the end of it, Bolton's like, I have experience with being in foreign policy for 20 years, and then Tucker had some remark where he was like, yes, too bad all that experience wasn't exactly that great. So, like, basically saying because of the performance of the U.S. military, when you were in elected office. I don't think you should be bragging about your experience. Hold on a second, Ruben. Let me see if I can find it. Oh, that video was perfect. This video is it's from last year, and like they won't let me grab the thing from here. I got to play a little piece of it. Watch that ad play. Great, I paused the ad. I don't want to have that sticking in here. Okay, this was uploaded in March of last year, so right before Bolton took office, and it's gold. So there you go, Ruben. You can click that link, and you'll be able to see the wonders of a national security advisor, an up and coming foreign policy advisor being thrashed by a cable news host over his atrocious record. And this is terrific. Like I haven't been excited over any of the people Trump's fired at all ever because they just never really mattered that much in the grand scheme of things. But this is the ultimate prize. They're gonna ask me in 50 years, name one thing Trump did you like. Like firing Bolton. That's gonna be the main thing I mentioned. Like I don't know what it is about these advisors and these people. They go from one administration to the next. We have Bush's and McConnell's wife as Trump's Treasury Secretary, or she's in some other job. You know what I'm talking about. Chow. Bolton was UN ambassador and is under Bush, and for some reason got to be brought back by the administration that claims to be draining the swamp by bringing back the people from the swamp. They need to go. All the former Bush people, they can go around writing books and peddling wars for the rest of their lives, but they don't need to hold elected or appointed office ever again. Still no evidence. Okay, you're spamming that at this point. I don't really know who are you referring to? Because I haven't said anything about him peddling any conflict. Oh yeah. The same thing. No, the only person Obama had in his whole tenure that I liked was the EPA administrator, the first one, whose name I'm forgetting. Everybody else, you can throw them in the trash too. Two crooked attorney generals, garbage Treasury secretary that was part of the group that caused the 2008 recession. Hey, we can go down the list. All of them were just as horrible, or if not, just as nearly as much. It's not illegal. Are you in the right place? I'm kind of worried about your mental health. If these comments have nothing to do with what I'm talking about. The investigation identified numerous links between the Russian government and the Trump campaign. Oh, you're talking to him. Well, like I said, I'm not here to peddle any of the Russia stuff because I'm kind of sick of seeing all the coverage that got for no reason. It's like, how the hell are you bombing 7 countries and people want to talk more about interference in some goofy election when the same country that's complaining is the same one that screwed with other places. They act like we didn't mess with Iran over their oil in the 50s or with our CIA. Like they completely try to pretend like we're innocent darlings that, how could somewhere else mess with us? What a sick thing. Okay, he says, started more times than the DNC emails and did not come from Russia. Man, we you know what? We need to just rename the live chat Russia chat because that's all that is being discussed. The Moscow morning. Non-Mirage says Russian conspiracy theories get all the attention. Meanwhile, the war crimes and real conspiracies get overlooked. Yeah. Ruben says Russia has a lot of pretty girls. Oh, I know. I don't know if you remember this video, Ruben. There was a video I did last year in February where I was talking about the first chick I approached in a year. She was from Russia. And I asked for a number and I get a Facebook profile. And then you send her a message and she's talking about, I am too busy with school and with trying to go to school and trying to get work to speak or entertain you. I'm like, why the hell did you give me your information, idiot? So I don't even, I agree with that sentiment, Ruben. I'm just saying that that's how that turned out. That was the aftermath. DNC and media lied for years about Russia. DNC rejected all FBI requests to inspect the server. Patrick, would you like a Russia stream? Imagine I take like a picture of Bolton. I take like a file of Russia, so the outline of the country, its shape, and put it right in the middle of his forehead. And I'm like, dear Patrick, we can talk about both of them. According to who's this Mitt, Trump's word is as useless as the grief for. Oh yeah, I remember that speech. The only speech Romney ever gave that was worth anything, the anti-Trump speech. And that wasn't even because it was anti-Trump, it was because it was historically one of the few instances where a presidential nominee from the same party came out against another one. And that was while they were thinking, or rather, while the possibility was being floated of him jumping into the Republican primary. So it was pretty amusing. I laughed for a solid 47% of the time. If anyone gets that reference, all the chatting, Bolton must go, finally paid off. Yeah, I never thought it would happen. I really was thinking that he was like one of the few untouchable magician type guys. Like he is to Trump. He was to, for me anyway, up until today. He was for Trump what Manchin is for West Virginia, where he can spit in the face of the liberals over there and they still vote for him anyway. Whereas like Bolton can literally try to blow up a peace meeting with North Korea twice and still stick around and just be prowling in the background. Hey, I don't dispute that. As far as the Romney's greatness or whatever, I'm not a like I said, I'm not a fan of any of these people. So you can type all you want. Have fun doing it too. Jesus Christ, how many times has Trump declared bankruptcy? I think it's like 4 at least, right? I wish you had a regular username. I don't want to keep saying 770 so like I'm, I'm reading somebody's phone number. Yeah, Namaraj. I just knew it was at least several times because they've had like different articles about it. Man, this isn't a Trump Q&A. I'm trying to speak on why this was such a great thing that was done today. You guys want to have a Trump debate? You guys can have your own stream. I've never seen either one of you before either. It's like in the one corner we've got the guy with the phone number name talking trash about Trump, which I don't have a problem with. On the other hand, we've got Patrick writing stuff that has nothing to do with the topic. It's like, which one will you pick? Select the irrelevancy. Was it him personally or one of his companies? Hey, I don't know. Namaraj, I think it was him repeatedly. Well, the anti-war people are certainly winning now that Bolton's gone. That's definitely a thing. We're going to declare victory. I can't wait for to see with Ron's reactions. He was doing a stream when this news broke. Nambaras says, "Ouch." Dude, I should have had some champagne and some other little like music playing. Oh, but that just came out of nowhere. Well, that's not exactly true, but okay. Let's get rid of that. We don't believe in fake news here. No, Patrick. He at one point said Afghanistan was a mistake, then retracted his words, and at another point said that he would bomb the what of the ISIS. So I don't. It's kind of all over the place, really. He did say he was going to get out of Syria after one of his top officials 2 days before said that we would stay there for a long time, which I supported. You can go look at that stream. And then within less than 2 months, he announced that we were going to leave troops there anyway. So that war was not over. Oh, I don't. Yeah, I don't dispute that. I've given him credit for no more additional ones. That's not something that's being contested here. The House is trying to get another bill going to end Yemen intervention. Let's hope they get it through this time. They did. Remember, Rogue, his bill got through the Senate and the House, and then Trump vetoed it. So that's why I said when he's typing about Trump's trying to end the wars, you don't veto a bill to get out of the war, as while saying you're trying to get out of it. That's like me saying that I want to learn how to tie my shoes and I start wearing Velcros. I mean, look, I keep up with this stuff. I don't, especially if it's international related, like all that other domestic crap, whatever. But let's see, a lot of people are now upset with Ro Khanna. What do you think? I don't know what they're pissed at him over. You're gonna have to inform me of that, Ruben. He's been the main Democrat in the House pushing for any kind of peace policy. That's terrible, Namaraj, and that's why I will never like Obama. You can't start a literal genocide and then be on in my top list of U.S. leaders and whatnot. Not even close. But that also means that any of the ones that come after him who still support that are also going to be looked down negatively by me. And that translates to other country leaders, like with Theresa May. Everybody was like, "Oh, I'm glad she's out because of Brexit." I'm like, I'm glad she's out because of Yemen. Talking about that war keeps British citizens from being on the streets. Like, what are you talking about? So, that contempt goes to everybody. I actually have a list of the different members of Congress who have voted to stay in that war repeatedly, and I donate to all their opponents, and that's my little small way of getting retribution for what they've done. Ended the funding of what? Oh, okay. I'm not trying to contest stuff like that. Was the greatest arms dealer of all time? Yeah, this is not the we don't bootlick for either party here. So if you have some actual factual information about any of these people, you can say it. He gave him a kiss. This is earmarked for a beer. Yeah, I appreciate that, Namaraj. I'm not used to actually getting any donation at all whatsoever. Dude, you should see a stream on I'll do a stream on climate change, and I have two people in there, and then neither one of them will even say anything. Which are these some numbers that YouTube has put up to make me feel better about myself? We actually asked by watching. They can attest to that. Let's see. Read the last comment I posted about Rokan. Oh, okay. I didn't see it, Ruben. That's why I said if you write something I don't answer it, it's because I might not see it. Supposedly he tried to smear Tulsi Gabbard over the Kashmir conflict, and he supposedly has Hillary connections. Also because he voted against the last BDS law, even though Tulsi voted against it too. Yeah, as far as the BDS law is concerned, I mean, like I said, the bootlicking for Israel goes way too far, and I don't remember him ever saying he supported BDS. So it wasn't that surprising to me, all these people are like, oh, well, he's left wing, so he must automatically be in favor of BDS. It's like the only few Democrats that back that, like Omar and maybe Tlaib, and then that's pretty much it. And I know it was 17 people, including Massey, who I highlighted on here before as being, one of the few Republicans in Congress I can actually stand because he's very consistent on wanting to end U.S. interventions in these various wars. Oh, I miss Walter Jones. Okay, CNN and DNC and HRC collude to destroy Bernie in 2016. Yep. DNC and CNN are now trying to destroy Gabbard. Yep. DNC is the new war party. The problem with that statement is it's like, what are the Republicans doing to get out of there? To their credit, you have 20 in the last time we tried to get out of Yemen, you had 25 Republicans in both the House and Senate vote to get out of that war. But aside from that, I'm not really seeing where they're trying to lead on being out of these. Okay, Robert, am I reading that correctly? Do you know slash watch Ryan Dawson? The name sounds familiar, but if I know who he is, I haven't watched him. Look, 7. I don't have a problem with Trump and Kim saying that they love each other. As long as it keeps us out of a war, they can have a whole tape of them just hugging and doing each other's hair. Man, all this personal character stuff, and oh, look at what Trump said about this person. None of it is ever going to matter a buckle compared to actual policy substance. Gabbard has some pretty hawkish quotes toward Iran. She also danced on the fence when Al Jazeera brought up the CIA torture program. She seems a little fishy, to be honest. Yeah, that's like I said. Any out of any of these Democrats, the main one I prefer and think is the most authentic and being anti-war is Ro. So I just wish he was. Maybe he'll run for president in 4 years. I don't know, 4, 8. Wishful thinking. And then we won't have to worry about if he's sincere or not because we'll have a whole record of votes to go along with it. Tulsi, get into Congress on weapon contractor money. Now I've never heard of that, so I'll have to look into it. I'm that's receptive to new information. Republicans live in the 51st state, the state of denial. That's a great joke. I want to I'm gonna have to have 7 back on here so I can quote them on that. They live in the 51st state, the state of denial. Okay, only person that learned anything new from the Mueller testimony was Mueller. That's why I said that Russia stuff was a waste of time. No one talks about Israeli collusion. Ruben, are you trying to sound anti-Semitic? I think you are. You're trying to critique the Israeli government. You might as well be advocating for some policy against all Jews. Because we know if you talk about the American government, you're talking about all Catholics automatically. That's the kind of logic that we go off of here. Trump won the majority in 54 of countries nationwide. I didn't even know the U.S. had all those countries. I thought they had counties. Of counties. All right. Well, if he won all of those, I still am trying to figure out how Hillary got 3 million more votes than him. And look, I'm glad she lost, but how the hell is that the case? Man, stop spamming. Type it one time. That's it. Let's see. Namaraj, let me read your comments. She isn't accepting money from them now, but in 2012, 2013, she took a lot of money from Lockheed and Boeing. Trump is guilty of collusion with Israel. He's all about MIGA, not MAGA. Yeah, we're not. I mean, this is kind of like the lion's den of not really being a fan of him over here. Oh, make Israel great. Yeah, I was trying to figure out what that stood for. Make Israel great again. Make Saudi Arabia great again. Dude, these people have dual loyalties like you wouldn't believe. You ask yourself who are they the president of? Man, I'm surprised Patrick is still in here. He didn't gotten sick of the non right wing talk in this discussion. He's gonna pack up his bag and like I'm out of here. Let's see. You said exactly. Ruben said exactly to something that Mirage said. Let's see. Oh, look what Patrick says. Chelsea Clinton will inherit CNN. Yeah, didn't she? If I'm trying to remember what company it was, but there was some news company that gave her a big paycheck to like speak once a week. It's like that's only because of who her parents are. If that was anybody else, you would get completely. If you went up to them and said, "Pay me several $1,000,000 so I can speak once a week," you would get laughed out the door. They might actually hire you as a comedian, trying to get what she got. Let's see. It was wonderful. Over the last 15 months, we've traveled to I've been in 57 states. I mean, if he made that gaff, he made that gaff. I'm not here to I think Patrick's on the wrong channel. Go to the Obama White House channel, argue with them about him. I'm not here to defend him. He was referring to the empire, not the republic. I don't know what he was referring to, but it's not my job to explain someone else's mistake. Fake news didn't report on it. Have any Democrats say anything about Bolton getting fired? Man, Ruben, you know I've been sitting here since I found the news. I have to go on Twitter and look it up. You know this isn't like some stream where I put up a picture of something and then speak over it. You can physically see me not looking up for anything. So give me a moment to look. I'll check it out. Let's go for our main man, Rokana. Let's see if he has any words. Uh, I wish I could put this on the screen. Okay, so he takes Trump's tweet, the one where he says, "I informed John Bolton last night." He takes that, he retweets it, and says, "Couldn't have happened to a nicer guy." All right, let me look up anyone else has anything to say. Go Tulsi, because I think she's been on record as critiquing him as well. Nope, she hasn't said anything in the last 6 hours. She was talking about her Google lawsuit. Let's see. Twitter is just such a garbage website. Oh, and then Roe also said this decision is being very well received at Trump on both sides of the aisle. We now have an opportunity to do bipartisan work on the Hill to advance peace in North Korea and prevent a war in Iran. So that's what Roe said, and I'm not really seeing anybody else that is speaking about this, at least out of Congress members, which is kind of weird. See if Sanders said anything. Hmm. Nope. Wow, no one. Everybody's quiet except for Roe. He's the top dog in the story. That's unbelievable. So I hope that answered your question, Ruben. I hope that you you had a satisfactory receival of what I had to say. This is terrible for the White House. Bolton was correct about the Taliban. State wasn't. Bolton has been a hawkish voice for a tough national security policy. Another war hawk. Nerd Shapiro. Oh, did he write that? Is it on Twitter where you got that from? Oh my God. That's why I don't get why he's so popular. It's like, yeah, the domestic issue stuff is subjective, but you're gonna support a clown like that? Oh, he really did write that. Wow. Well, I defended him earlier this year over some dumb advertiser stuff. So outside of that, I don't agree with most of the stuff he says. It's ridiculous, man. But look, I think I'm gonna get off of here because I'm kind of running out of material. I think I've gone after why Bolton sucked and how happy I am that he's been thrown out. His replacement will probably be a piece of garbage too, but they're going to be smarter than he was if they want to keep their job and not oppose what Trump said. But look, thank you for showing up. Uh, check out any of my other stuff if you like. If you're also anti-war and in other cases progressive. So I appreciate those who decided to donate. It warms my heart. Um, Namaraj says, thanks for your time. Great news. Ruben sent me a little wave. Look, if you want to see another stream, you can see it on Saturday. I do a stream in the morning and I stream a live show at 6 Pacific Standard Time. And then I stream on the mornings of both Sunday and Monday. So thanks for showing up. Ball's gone. Ah.